Hello, my lovelies.
Like,
how are you?
You were all serious, and then you went to press the button, and you went.
Don't know, it's being all funny.
And you're crazy.
Don't know, it's crazy girl. How are you all doing? We were going to come on live, but we need to get to bed, and we know if we come on live, we're going to be on for so long. So we thought we'd send you a little video because we've been really busy, haven't we?
Have.
Yeah, since we came back from our holiday.
My first day back at work today, it was quite a shock.
And I've started a new job, so I've been kind of very busy doing that. I'm really enjoying myself, which is fantastic. As you can see, I've got my You Can See My Back top on. So we thought we'd give you an update on my back. And you can rub the lotion on my body. Don't you? It's all yawning.
I'm sorry, I was yawning.
He's very yawny. He's very yawny.
I've been yawny ever since I got in from work. I think it's the shock of being at work.
Right, let me turn around and
nap.
you can see we're still applying the cream.
The lotion.
The lotion. Right. Can you see my back?
Yeah, there's not an awful lot to see anymore. It's really good.
Yeehaw!
It's all kind of a bit like just, you know, not very exciting anymore.
Darling, what are you saying? Is he saying I'm boring now?
I preferred it when it was a giant pus volcano.
Darling, that's not very nice. See what I have to put up with? Give it a good pummeling. It's good, it doesn't hurt anymore either.
It's not hurt when I press it anymore.
No.
This bit that was like kind of the lumpy bit here isn't very lumpy anymore.
Yes!
I think that you're not going to have much of a mark at all. You can just do a giant tattoo.
It was here. The mango. Rest in peace, mango. Oh, that's a bit sore.
I know it kind of clicks when I do that bit.
Yeah, I can feel it clicking.
Or that might be my thumb.
No, that's the lump.
It's like a bit of gristle moving around underneath.
Oh,
the skin.
charming.
It's a gristly bit.
Gristle. Gristle, gristle, gristle. So, I've been out working, and Wink has spent the week in his shed tinkering and building toys and making stuff and preparing. So what have you made, Wink? Tell them what you've been making. We're going to show you this live when we come on live, when we have more time, because it's a bit late now.
I built a model.
A secret model.
A model that I was building. It was.
That's very nice. Very good. Your usual high standards. You haven't managed to cut yourself or injure yourself, have you?
No, I haven't actually.
Goodness me. A record. That's a record. You heard it here. Oh, that feels lovely. So, I've been busy working, and the two ladies I've been working with have had a kind of a big flu-y cold. They were ill all over Christmas. And I have felt the start of something coming on, so I'm busy drinking my own medicine drink at the moment. Is that good?
Yeah.
There you go. There it is for you.
There's a bit of a reflection on it, but
A bit of a
you get the
reflection.
idea.
I'll zoom in and I'm sure you'll be able to see. So, oh, I wanted to show you something actually. One of Finion's friends, and she's the girl who looks after our pigs while we're away. She did photography for GCSE, and because I used to have many colours in my hair, she had a project to make a picture out of a lot of pictures. And it was so sweet because she said, I've got my artwork back from my GCSE exam, and I wondered if you would like to have it. Have a look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Hasn't she done a good job? This was, as you can see, I had purple and blue and pink, pale blue, kind of greeny colours in my hair. So she's taken loads of pictures, but isn't it fantastic? So we're going to have to put that up on the wall somewhere.
yeah.
At the moment it's just rested up there.
Get
so
one of those flat glass frames, or clip-on frames.
yeah, everyone that's come in has commented on how lovely it is. I'm really chuffed. I feel really honoured that she's given it to me. The lovely Beth. So yeah, really, really skillful. And I have the Meta 7 has arrived. Dee. That has arrived. So I now have the 90-day supply for you guys in the UK. I know some of you have been asking me about them, so you need to go on to www.loveyourlife.love and you'll be able to order them on there. Also my mugs as well.
And also, while we were away, when we came back, we had a card which was here when we got back, and we didn't open it yet because we thought we'd open it.
We'd come on live and open it, and
well,
then
we thought we'd just come on and open it in front of you so that we could say thank you for it. So I'm going to open it now.
yes. Darling, I can't see you opening it. You're opening it all down there.
Well, it's just opening an envelope. It's not that exciting, really.
Darling, it's very exciting. Got my glasses on so I can read.
I know it's supposed to have all taken our decorations down now, but it's always nice.
Christmas blessings. May you know the joy that comes from His love, filling you with peace. That's lovely. They've got some nice candles on the back. Who's it from?
Oh, there's a long letter. Here we go. Dearest Sue, Wink and Finian, I hope this card makes it to you before you have to leave on holiday. Unfortunately, it didn't.
It didn't, I'm sorry.
All our post was really rubbish over Christmas.
Yeah, it was terrible.
You three have brought a lot of joy to my life, as well as the life of thousands of others around the world this past year, as well as formed friendships that will last a lifetime.
Aww.
Besides that, you constantly inspire us, motivate us to strive for our very best and to be the very best version of ourselves we can be. The power of a smile, not only to ourselves but to others, and the positivity that it evokes is phenomenal.
Aww.
You are all phenomenal. God bless you all, and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Aww.
And it's love, hug and prayers. The Rippers, Mary.
Mary Beth.
Sorry, Willem. Not
Willem.
William, not William, but Willem. Mary Beth and Brad.
Oh, Mary Beth is just awesome. She's so positive and she's so helpful. She's always pinging back messages and stuff. Thank you so much.
So even though
Mary
we were
Beth.
supposed to have taken things down yesterday, we did take the cards and stuff down yesterday, but that means we can put one up now because it's different, isn't it? Because it's
Yes.
not Christmas. So we're going to put this
Yes,
up anyway.
We don't believe in the bad luck.
We're going to put this up anyway in our lounge, and thank you ever so much.
Thank you, that's so sweet of you. That is so sweet of you.
I'll put it next to the picture of Noreen.
Yeah, Noreen, she's still up. We went yesterday and we planted some winter pansies on her grave and we had a chat with her, didn't we?
We did.
We had a chat, but her relatives had replaced the cross that was laying on the soil with one that was filled with kind of pine and holly with lovely red berries on it. That was really beautiful. So we planted our pansies along the length of the cross. And she's looking all colourful and flowery, isn't she?
She'd like that.
Yeah, she would like that. She would be going, oh, duh, oh, thank you ever so. Oh, I can't thank you enough. Wouldn't she?
She's been telling us not to knock ourselves up while we're
well,
planting
don't
them.
knock yourself up now. Oh, yes, you must be busy. So we did that on Sunday, which was, it was really nice to go up there, wasn't it? It was really
It's a really
peaceful
nice
there.
cemetery. It's really nice in there. I like
It's a
it.
tiny little one, and she's there next to her.
We always have a look around the other graves and stuff while we're there and see so kind of who's there and people from the village and stuff, and just kind of like see, you know, all the different graves and some of the really old ones and stuff. And then there's loads of them are all really well looked after, and there's obviously people go up there all the time. And
Had loads of Christmas decorations.
There was loads of
wasn't
Christmas
there?
decorations on a lot of them and stuff and things about that. It was really nice.
It's nice to see how many of them are visited. It was really nice. I'm lucky enough not to have a grave of anyone to visit. But I can really see, I never really thought, I don't know, I always thought, you know, just burn me and scatter me in lots of different, you know, natural places and all four corners of the world. But I can see how lovely it is to go and visit, actually, because it's I don't know, inspiring.
Well, it
and
keeps them alive a bit, because you can actually go and see them and go, well, they are just there still.
Yeah. Every time we drive past, we go, hello, Noreen, don't we?
Yeah.
To her, bless her. So we did that, and that was really, really nice. And
well, I've been working well, I haven't been able to work that much on my new guitar projects because I ordered loads of bits and they're actually not going to be here till the end of the month. A lot of them. I've got some bits. I've got the violin body that I ordered. Well, I ordered a whole violin and now it's just a body because Finian said, well, if it's not big enough, you could put it back on eBay. And I just went, I don't think you've seen it recently. I don't think anyone's going to want to buy it now. It's not really playable anymore.
No.
As I've sawn the neck off and then I've cut all the top of it off and made it into a box.
Yeah.
And then of course we've got the other bits from the other cigar box, the one that the lovely Susan gave me.
Yeah.
And
so
I've got some of the bits for that. I've got a neck. I've got both the necks, but I need to get the fretboards, and they're just blank sticks at the moment, like just bits of wood.
He's going to make them from scratch.
And I've got the bridge for one of them, for the 3-string one, which is the violin one. The box one from Susan is going to be a 4-string. And I've got a couple of knobs for that and a couple of other little bits I bought, but nothing kind of really to see.
But we'll show you.
Yeah, but when I do get all the bits, and because I need to crack on with them, because mine and Nobby's little band, we went to the pub on Saturday.
They know that. We went
Sparky, my bass player from Buzz, is moved to Ireland, and it was his kind of last night, so we went down for a little farewell drinky.
And everyone was there.
There was like loads of people there, and I had a chat with a few other people and Nobby, drummer, about the little band we're making, and they're all quite keen. Mike, the keyboard player from Buzz, was saying he'd go out and get a squeeze box and come and play squeeze box with us.
Yeah, he's like, really, he was like, oh, I can't play.
Yeah, so there's lots. So I fished around for a few other people, and people were definitely interested, and people were quite excited about the idea of us putting another little band together. So obviously we need to get on with that, and I've learnt a couple more little songs for me and Nobby to do. But at the moment, because it's a bit like playing the harmonica, where I don't know if anyone out there plays harmonica, but you have to have a different harmonica for whatever key the song's in. So people that play harmonica have a little bag with different 5 or 6 of them in there, so they can play along with all the different songs, because a harmonica is set in a key. And kind of my cigar box guitars are a bit like that as well. They're kind of tuned to a key. So if we want to play songs in other keys, I have to either sit and retune them, which is boring, or just have other ones, so I can change.
That's much more exciting. So
I can just change between guitars, and I'll have different sounds and be in different keys. So I'm going to have 3, which I do need them all, because I've discovered DAD tuning, which sounds awesome.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, it's like a really low one, and it sounds really, really nice. And then I want one, so I want one in D, one in E, and one in A. I've decided that pretty much covers enough.
He's decided it. But he's also been writing some music, haven't you? You've written a little tune.
I've written a little tune on my cigar box guitar, which is quite nice.
It is. I was going to ask him to play it for you, but he's detuned the guitar, so for a song that he's learning for the band. So we need to crack on to the end of the month and get all those bits in, so that you can get busy in your shed, because you kind of run out of things to tinker with now.
I know. I've finished my model, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Even though Susan was like, I tried to show, I was giving all excited, going, oh, look at this bit, look at this bit, look at this bit. And she was like, yeah, but you know, it's just a kit that you're putting together. It's not like building. I'm more excited about the guitar thing.
Yeah, I am.
Like, but then when I got onto the painting part of it and all the weathering and making it look really realistic and all the rust and everything, then you decided that was quite exciting, didn't you?
Yeah, it was quite good, but I much prefer to see you working in wood. I think wood is a lovely medium to work in.
I like working in wood, but I'm not really a woodworker.
I used to love woodwork.
I'm more of a modeller than a woodworker, and I like the whole kind of. In fact, when I went to my old job where I used to work in the model shop on when was it? Friday. I went there to buy some bits for this model I was building, and my favourite customer when I used to work there, this guy called Pete, came in, and he was the guy that did all the models for the Memphis Belle, and he did Harry Potter and Empire of the Sun and all those things, like I told you before. But he looked at the little model I've made, and he asked me how I'd done some bits on it. It was like, how did you do that then? Oh, I did it. And I showed him all the pictures and said all the stages that I did it. And he was like, oh, well, I never really got into doing that. And I was like, and then another friend of mine who I used to be in a band with, the guy called Chris, who I was in the pub with on Saturday, I didn't realise, but he had his own little model making company, because he used to specialise in making like model cars, but he used to do slot car racing, but he decided that all the slot cars that you could buy were a bit boring, so he made his own ones of like kind of really mundane old British 60s and 70s cars, kind of like family cars, like an Austin Allegro and Ford Anglers and stuff. And I was showing him this model I've done, and he said, I never really had the nerve to kind of, because I've made it really beaten up and really old looking. And he said, oh, I never really had the kind of nerve to do that. I just used to make them so they look nice. And I said, well, you make a nice one and I'll mess it up for you.
Oh, you had some fun. Wink was in his element. It was really funny actually because he wore his cap from Texas, and people didn't recognise him, and people didn't recognise me either because I had all that makeup on that I don't normally wear. Yeah. And they haven't seen me for a while, have they?
Well, everyone said I was undercover. They were like, loads of people came in and were like, oh, it's you. I didn't know you were undercover. They were going, oh, your beard's got bigger than when I last saw you. And I was like, I don't think it has.
No, not really. It's just
but I don't get out that much anymore. So they were all a bit like, oh, and we've never seen you wear a cap before. Because I know you all think that I just wear it all the time. But I've only worn it since I bought it in October. So it's only a couple of months. But I really like it. And yeah, I wear a cap at work just to keep the paint off my hair. But I always wear it backwards at work with the peak at the back.
Cover your ponytail.
To cover up what's left of my ponytail when it's tied back. But no, so yeah, everyone was
someone
like,
thought my hair was a wig.
Someone asked me if Susan was wearing a wig.
I thought that was really funny.
Naturally, and the barmaid had exactly the same colour hair, didn't she?
Yes, she did. She did. We were like twins. She looked really good. I really loved it actually. I really like the colour it's gone now. This kind of greeny colour. It's really nice. But Wink decided to play the jelly belly game that Elena sent.
It's a jelly bean game, and it says that there are either nice or nasty flavours, and they all look the same. So you spin this little arrow thing, and it says eat one that colour.
Like spin the bottle, it's like that.
And it says it'll either be this flavour, like pear, or toothpaste. And then another one was coconut or off milk. And then another one was something or other, or vomit. And I was spinning it, and I was trying them all the time, and then it landed on the brown one, and I thought, oh, and it says that'll be either chocolate or dog food. So I ate one of them, and I have to say, it was the most disgusting taste. It was literally, I imagine if you ate dog poo, it would probably taste nice. And I said to Susan, God, no wonder dogs have bad breath if that's what dog food tastes like. It was the worst, honestly. And I had to
all night he went on about the taste.
I had about 2 cups of tea. I ate like a whole bar of chocolate and a load of other those sour things and everything. And I just could not get the taste. And even lying in bed that night, I was like, I can still taste it. It was, and literally, and I didn't even eat the whole thing. I literally just put it in my mouth and just took a couple of bites on it. It went, and just spat it out.
He was leapt up. I've never seen him move so quickly.
So I've given that to Finian.
It did smell just like a tin of dog food.
So I've given that game to Finian, and I've warned him. I've said, you really don't want to try them, but he's going to take it to school. Get his friends to eat them.
But you ate about 11, didn't you?
All the other ones
Every
were okay.
single one of them was not the nice
I must admit,
flavour.
I didn't get one of the nice ones. But I mean, the toothpaste one, it was just like toothpaste, really. And toothpaste doesn't taste that bad because you put it in your mouth every day anyway.
Yeah, but it was really strong, wasn't it?
And the milk one, the off milk or coconut one was, you kind of had a bit of a milky sort of taste, but it wasn't really, you could sort of go, oh yeah, that tastes a little bit like off milk. But I still ate it and swallowed it. And then there was another one, and I ate that and swallowed it. That wasn't too bad, but the dog food one was just...
But Finian's looked it up and he said, right, yes, you see, if you eat the dog food one, what it suggests is you eat the toothpaste one, because the toothpaste one will take the flavour of the dog food away.
I was like, it's best not to eat it.
Yes. We recommended that he didn't, because Finian would react really adversely.
He would be, honestly.
I'm
not joking when I actually say, and I'm not just saying this for effect, that was the worst tasting thing I've ever put in my mouth.
So,
I mean, I'll go on about how I don't like sprouts and stuff like that, but I'd eat 100 sprouts more than one of those things. It was just, honestly, even thinking about it now, I can kind of remember the taste. And it makes me. I mean, I felt a bit sick. It was just like, it just would not go away. I mean, I don't know what they make it out of, but it was just.
It smelled just like a tin of dog food.
Yeah, but I'm sure dog food doesn't taste that bad.
Wow.
Because people eat dog food.
Yeah, some people.
And they wouldn't if it tasted like that.
Yeah.
No matter how hungry you were.
No,
I know he doesn't. I know in Mad Max he eats dog food, but I'm like, no.
That won't be dog food.
Even Mad Max wouldn't have eaten that.
Studio dog food. Studio dog food.
Yeah, well, because all pet food, cat food and dog food has to be fit for human consumption, because people do eat it, and so it's actually tested on people. People eat it, and that's a fact, that is. Because my old next door neighbour, when I was a kid, when I lived in the Ridgeway where Susan used to live, Mr. Brown, I don't know if you remember Mr. Brown.
I remember Mr. Brown.
Well, he was a bus driver, and his bus conductor, because it was in the days when they had conductors and stuff, one day he said to Mr. Brown, he said, "Oh, you can have one of my sandwiches if you want." And he was like, "Oh, okay, I've forgotten my lunch day." So he said he ate this sandwich, and he was like, "Oh, well, that's quite nice. What is it?" And he went, "Kitty cat."
Which is a brand of cat.
And he said it tasted all right. And sometimes when I had my pussycats, when I used to open like the salmon, when I used to open the salmon cat food and stuff, I used to smell it and think, that just smells like a tin of salmon. I bet that tastes quite nice. And my mate Cookie, who I used to live with, he said that he did eat, you know, the dog food that comes in all the gravy, the chunks. He said that he ate some of that, and he said it just tasted like cold stew. But that stuff that I ate was just, just like, oh. Anyway, enough talking about eating dog food.
Done a whole like
done a whole vlog on dog food.
Yes. Jelly bellies.
Yeah, my friend Paul does this dangerous dining thing, and I'll be like, I bet none of it's that dangerous. I'll give him one of them and go, you want to have some dangerous dining? Play the jelly bean game.
Yeah, we should just
don't get more dangerous than that.
But you said today that the job that he was working on was really, it was up a road that went to the back of the 100-acre woods that we used to play in when we were kids. And you had a little drive about, didn't you?
I did, and I could, even though it's a housing estate now, I could recognise some of the trees still. They're obviously still the old trees from when we used to
build
there.
tree houses in.
And I worked out where there used to be a little kind of circle mowed out of it, which we used to call it the football pitch, but it wasn't. It was just like a little circle. And my brother used to fly his little control line aeroplanes in there and stuff, and we used to go up there and count how many times he could get it go around before it crashed and stuff.
And we used to go and find it when it crashed.
And I stopped on exactly the spot, and I was like, you're looking at the trees, and I was like, so it must have been right here. And it's just in the middle of like a housing estate now on a road. But then I noticed behind the house, the new houses that they built behind my mum and dad's house, there's a little bit of kind of no man's land there still that you could see from up the road. And that's still like it was when we were kids. It's only a little strip about kind of 100 feet wide now, but you could see that, and I worked out where the dump was, where we made our camp and everything, and I was like, oh yeah, that would have been just there, and some of the bushes are still there and stuff, and it's like, and that's been gone for,
I don't know,
40 years.
It was there when I left.
I think they built it all up.
But
when I was about 14 when they built it all. So yeah, so it's about 40 years ago.
We used to ride our go-karts up there because they always laid the drainage and the
I went down
roads
the hill that
first.
we used to drive. Sheepfold Lane was the one we used to come down. My brother built these go-karts. They were called. He built like a series of them that got better. And they were called Rattle Trap 1, Rattle Trap 2, and it was made. It had like a pram, the four wheels of a pram, that he left as a proper four-wheeled bit, which we had the tin bathtub on. Then we had a front on that with steering wheel, so it was a 6-wheel go-kart, and that used to go really fast. And I can remember him taking me down Sheepfold Lane in it, and thinking, oh my god, and it seemed like it was like a bobsleigh run or something that went on for like, you know, and I drove up today and was like, god, it's not even very long, is it? But then the other one we used to go down, which was Quarrendon Road, is really steep.
Yeah.
I was like, God.
It's scaring you now thinking about it.
I was like, we were lucky to be alive going down that one. But there were no cars around in those days.
Well, there were no houses around there, were there, really? It was just the road network.
They put the roads in sort of before they built the houses, and it was just the roads that we used to zoom around on.
So they were just roads and stuff like that.
Yeah, but there's a bit of a trip down memory lane, and I thought I might take Susan there, and we could have a little drive around.
Yeah.
And go, right, that's the spot, and
that would be
that.
good. We used to play there for hours. There was one time when we went off walking. Of course, I was the instigator of all of it. But we went off walking, and we were walking and walking and walking and walking. And in the end, we realised that we kind of weren't really sure how to get back home. And we ended up knocking on this lady's door. And I decided to tell her that we were brother and sister, because, you know, I wished we were brother and sister, because then I would never have to go home. I could just play with Wink the whole time. And she took us in and she gave us some orange juice and some nice biscuits. Or
not
nice
nice
biscuits.
as in, not nice as in they were nice. They're
called nice biscuits. They've got NICE on the top, and they're like really nice kind of buttery biscuits with little bits of sugar on the top. and she gave us a biscuit each and sat us down. I don't know how she rang my mum. Did I give her my phone number?
I don't know, but your mum turned up really
How
angry.
would she know where we are? Mum came.
But I drove up to where that house was today, and I thought it must have been one of these, and literally I reckon it's about half a mile from our house, but we thought we'd wandered miles and we're never going to find our way
because we were only about 3, weren't we?
No, we were older than that.
Were we?
Yeah, we were 4 or 5.
We can't have been 5 because we'd have found our way back.
I don't know.
5-year-olds
we were pretty
quite
stupid.
Big. We weren't stupid. But yeah, we toddled off for ages, and yeah, Mum was not very happy.
She was furious.
Was she furious?
Yeah.
Were you scared of her?
No, but she was very angry.
Very
I remember
angry.
her being turned up in her Mini and was like, "Get in."
Yes, get in. Because, you know, the whole upheaval of having to go half
Well,
a
she'd
mile
had to
in
drive
a car.
round the long way because you can't get to that road.
Yes, you have to
we
go
could
on
walk
the-
across the fields, but she'd had to drive all the way down into the town and up round and up the other side to find us. So she'd had to drive a couple of miles to come and find us.
We didn't get grounded for that, though, did we?
Well, I think you might have been.
Was I? I can only
Yeah.
remember being grounded once.
I think that was it.
I think it was the potato sack incident that we got grounded for.
Oh, I don't know.
We definitely did.
I don't know.
We got grounded for that.
Anyway,
There you go.
it is
The bewitching hour.
20 to midnight, and we've been on for what, 26 minutes?
So,
We're going to leave you now.
yes, and we will be on live.
Yeah,
we will be on
we'll
live
do a
because we'd
live.
love to have a chat
But
with
it's
you.
all been a bit of a shock to the system since we came back from
Back to reality.
back from holiday, and it's all been a bit like, oh god, we'll go to work. And Finian has had a night because Finian's going to school on the train now.
Yeah, because I can't take him.
We took him on Saturday. We went to Beaconsfield on the train with him. Well, I didn't. I drove and met them there, and Susan and Finian went on the train so that he could see how easy it was to catch it and everything. So today was his first day going on the train and coming home. Of course, he missed the first one because he was just being useless.
So there's lots of shouting this morning.
There was lots of "Get up!"
Yeah, move quickly. I am. I've never seen someone move so slowly in my life.
he's like one of these people. It's a bit like, I don't know, trying to get Finian to be in a hurry, and also trying to get his mum to be in a hurry. I always describe as a bit like running in treacle. Trying to run through treacle or really, really soft sand where you're like, come on.
I think a sloth would have got up quicker than Finian today.
And then
Anyway,
and then
you've
when
strict orders what
when
to
he
do
missed
tomorrow.
and then when he'd missed the first train and he was going and we were going, well, have you cleaned your teeth? Oh, it's not my fault. You were rushing me. Apparently, it was our fault. We were rushing him. Not his fault that he got up late and couldn't get out of bed. It was our fault for rushing him. And I was like, well, you need to get up earlier.
25 minutes to get clothes on. It's just like anyone would think he.
I know.
He was trying to
Well,
put
it took
a costume
him
on.
nearly 4 hours to eat his dinner last night. So,
No.
so consequently, because he was like, well, you know, I get distracted, so we made him come downstairs and eat his dinner in the lounge tonight.
Which he wasn't happy about.
Which he did protest about, but then kind of agreed to it. But then he had to bring his computer down, so he could still have that on the go while he was eating his pizza.
Still be busy. Bless him. Anyway, I had fun, and I introduced him to the lady at the ticket office, and so that was good. A lady called Karen, and she is going to help him buy all his tickets every Monday. So
And it's cheap.
and it is. It's cheaper than the school bus.
It's like £3 or something a day.
Yeah.
It's just
Return,
cheap.
which is not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Half an hour door to door.
So it's not too bad, and because he doesn't have to go like every day as he gets on a bit more, and some days we'll be able to take him in, and other days. So yeah, and also
That's
when you
good.
bought the school bus ticket, you'd end up paying for loads of days where he didn't go, and it was just a waste
Yeah,
of money.
with all the exams, they tend to
Well,
they
it
come
was
home early, and then the bus
700. How
isn't
much
there.
was it? 700 and
Oh, nearly like £760
yeah,
for the year.
bus pass for like a term,
Or like way
2
more
terms.
than that if you buy it by the term. So
Ridiculous.
And
And he was always like,
wasn't at school
and
for
I used
3
to say
months
to him, well,
last
you should
year.
go on the train. Oh, I don't really think I'm ready to go on the train. I'm like, when he was a kid, all he talked about was trains, and if we went to London, he'd be like, "Is this station next?" And this one, and he knew his way around. He
Right,
knows his way
Circle
around.
Line next,
Knows his way around the entire London Underground better than anyone
he's
I
like
know.
a walking
Google
kind
Maps.
of. Yeah, he is. He's.
But yeah,
You just go right.
and then so
Find the
after all
quickest way
that,
to get there, and he goes right. Okay, left next, left, and he's absolutely incredible.
and then
with
so
the map.
after all
Always
that,
has
knowing
been.
absolutely everything about trains and how to catch them and where they all go and where they stop and can name every station on the Underground, the thought of going one stop and it takes 3 minutes Oh, I don't really think I'm ready to do that.
Oh, bless him. But, you know, that's what Asperger's is all about, the unknown.
Yes.
So he's done it now, and he's very confident, and he was quite chill. And he came into the shop today where I was working.
Because he missed the train home as well.
No. He didn't think he'd be able to get it.
No, he said he walked down there. He was nearly on the platform when it pulled out of the station.
Yeah, but he came in to see me first, and if he hadn't come in to see me, he
okay.
probably would have made it. But he came in because he thought I'd said to come in. But I'd said that only if I was getting a bus pass. But it doesn't matter. It was really nice to see him. So he tried to get it, and he missed it. So he came back and he sat in the shop doing his work for about 40 minutes, and we had quite a laugh with him.
And then I picked him up. I was just driving down our road, and our road is about...
Well, we're about 100 yards down our road.
Yeah, it's about 150 metres, and he was just walking on the top of the road, and I pulled in. And I kind of almost said jokingly, like, do you want a lift? Because it would have taken him longer to get in the car and get his bag and to go. And he was like, oh, yes, please.
Bless him.
And then he got in and he was going, oh, I really ache, my feet are sore. And I was like, that's because you've never used them before.
Yes, he's been rather sedentary for the last 2.5 years. So
anyway, we're going to go.
Change. We are going to go. So lots of love to you all, my lovely lovelies. I hope you've had fabulous days, fabulous evenings. Hope you're having a good sleep. Yeah. And I hope you have a great week ahead of you. Okay, lots of love, and we will see you very soon, I promise.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Mwah.